Have you ever felt like forgiveness was out of reach? Like the pain someone caused you is simply too great to let go? In her powerful book, Forgiving What You Can't Forget, Lysa TerKeurst invites us into a journey of understanding what forgiveness truly means and how it can transform our lives. She shares her personal struggles with forgiveness, offering not just hope, but also practical guidance for those wrestling with their own deep hurts. If you stay until the end, I'll share the 5 main takeaways from this book and how you can start implementing them today. So, let's dive into this life-changing work. Lysa TerKeurst opens the book by sharing her own story of betrayal and heartbreak. As the president of Proverbs 31 Ministries, she's often seen as a figure of strength and faith. But in this book, she reveals her humanity, describing the pain she endured after discovering her husband's infidelity and battling her own health challenges. This vulnerability makes her message all the more powerful. Her journey toward forgiveness was not linear or easy. She doesn't shy away from admitting how hard it was to even consider forgiving the person who hurt her. She describes the sleepless nights, the tear-filled prayers, and the moments of overwhelming anger and sadness. This honesty makes her relatable and assures readers that they're not alone in their struggles. The core of the book revolves around redefining forgiveness. Many of us think forgiveness means excusing the other person's actions or pretending the hurt never happened. Lysa challenges this notion, explaining that forgiveness is not about condoning bad behavior or forgetting the pain. Instead, it's about choosing to release the hold that anger and bitterness have on our hearts. Forgiveness is a gift we give ourselves, a way to free ourselves from the emotional prison that resentment creates. Lysa emphasizes that forgiveness is a decision, not a feeling. It doesn't require us to minimize the harm done to us, but asks us to make a conscious choice to let go of the resentment that weighs us down. One of the book's central themes is the distinction between forgiveness and reconciliation. Lysa makes it clear that forgiveness is something we can do on our own, but reconciliation requires both parties to come together and work toward healing. This distinction is crucial, especially for readers who might feel pressured to restore relationships that are unsafe or unhealthy. Forgiveness does not mean allowing someone to continue hurting you. It's about finding peace in your own heart, regardless of the other person's actions. Lysa's approach offers clarity and relief for those grappling with guilt or confusion about what forgiveness should look like. Lysa also explores the spiritual dimension of forgiveness. She emphasizes that forgiveness is not just a human act, but a divine one. By forgiving others, we reflect God's grace and mercy. This perspective can be incredibly freeing for those who feel overwhelmed by the weight of their pain. Lysa encourages readers to lean on their faith and trust that God will handle justice and healing in His own time. Her insights are deeply rooted in Scripture, offering a biblical foundation for those seeking guidance through their faith. She shares passages like Ephesians 4:32, which reminds us to be kind and compassionate, forgiving one another as God forgives us. This spiritual grounding provides readers with a sense of purpose and strength as they navigate their own journeys. Throughout the book, Lysa provides practical tools to help readers move toward forgiveness. She introduces the concept of forgiveness decisions, small, intentional steps we can take daily to release bitterness. These might include journaling about our emotions, praying for the person who hurt us, or even just acknowledging our pain without judgment. By breaking down the process into manageable steps, Lysa makes forgiveness feel achievable, even for those dealing with significant trauma. She encourages readers to start small, reminding them that forgiveness is a process that unfolds over time. Each step forward, no matter how small, is progress toward healing. The book also addresses the barriers to forgiveness, such as fear, pride, and a desire for justice. Lysa acknowledges these obstacles and offers compassionate advice for overcoming them. For instance, she discusses the importance of recognizing that forgiveness doesn't erase the consequences of someone's actions. It doesn't mean that justice won't be served. Instead, forgiveness is about releasing our need for revenge and trusting that God's justice will prevail. She also shares that forgiveness doesn't mean you're letting the other person off the hook. Instead, it's about unhooking yourself from the emotional turmoil that comes with holding on to resentment. Lysa's writing is filled with relatable anecdotes and stories from others who have walked similar paths. These stories illustrate the transformative power of forgiveness and provide hope for readers who might feel stuck. One particularly moving example involves a woman who forgave her father after years of estrangement. By sharing these real-life stories, Lysa demonstrates that forgiveness is not just a lofty ideal, but a practical, life-changing choice. Each story is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the profound healing that forgiveness can bring. Another key element of the book is its focus on boundaries. Lysa emphasizes that forgiveness does not mean allowing someone to hurt you again. She encourages readers to set healthy boundaries to protect themselves while still practicing forgiveness. This balance is essential for maintaining emotional well-being and ensuring that forgiveness doesn't come at the expense of our safety or peace of mind. She offers practical advice on how to establish and communicate these boundaries, empowering readers to protect their emotional and physical spaces while pursuing forgiveness. As the book progresses, Lysa dives deeper into the emotional aspects of forgiveness. She discusses the importance of processing grief and allowing ourselves to feel the full range of emotions associated with pain. Suppressing these feelings only prolongs the healing process. By addressing our emotions head-on, we can begin to release them and make room for forgiveness. She reminds readers that it's okay to grieve the loss of what could have been and to acknowledge the depth of their pain. This emotional honesty is a vital step in moving toward true healing. Now, let's talk about the 5 main takeaways from this book and how you can start implementing them today. Forgiveness is for you, not the other person. Holding on to bitterness hurts you more than it hurts the person who wronged you. To start implementing this, try journaling about how holding on to anger has affected your life. Reflect on what it would feel like to release that burden. Imagine the freedom and lightness that could come from letting go of resentment. Forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting. You can forgive someone while still acknowledging the pain they caused. Practice this by speaking honestly about your feelings, even if it's just to yourself or a trusted friend. Write down your thoughts or talk to someone who understands and supports your journey. Set boundaries to protect your peace. Forgiveness doesn't mean allowing someone to hurt you again. Think about areas in your life where you need stronger boundaries and take steps to enforce them. Identify what makes you feel safe and respected, and don't be afraid to stand firm in those boundaries. Lean on your faith for strength. Forgiveness can feel impossible on your own. Turn to prayer or scripture for guidance and reassurance. A good place to start is Matthew 6:14-15, which reminds us of the importance of forgiving others. Spend time in reflection, asking God for the strength and courage to forgive. Take small steps toward forgiveness every day. Forgiveness is a process, not a one-time event. Start by committing to one small act of release each day, whether it's a prayer, a positive affirmation, or simply letting go of a negative thought. Celebrate each step forward, knowing that every effort brings you closer to healing. In conclusion, Forgiving What You Can't Forget is a heartfelt and practical guide for anyone struggling to let go of pain and embrace forgiveness. Lysa TerKeurst's vulnerability, wisdom, and actionable advice make this book a valuable resource for personal growth and healing. She reminds us that forgiveness is not about excusing others, but about freeing ourselves from the chains of bitterness. If you've made it to the end of this audiobook summary, it means you're serious about taking action to transform your life. The full book is linked in the description if you want to dive deeper into Lysa's insights. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this. Leave a comment with the words, "I choose freedom," to let me know you listened to the end, and I'll do my best to like each and every one of your comments. Until next time, thank you for joining me on Audiobook Focus. Let's continue learning and growing together.